Some people like numbers, some people like fractions. But I had an idea to show how to do fractions visually. Fractions without math. In this video, I'll attempt to show how to do fractions visually. Although there will be numbers in the video, I'll attempt to show it visually first, and then the numbers will support the answers. And then I'll do other videos showing how to do fractions the regular way with numbers. But in this video, I'll do visually, and I'll have other videos showing how to do visuals also. So I hope you like it, and let's get going. So we'll do some examples of fractions without math, some visuals. We'll do some pi circles here. Start with a fairly easy one. We'll do a half. Plus 1/4. And what does that equal? Well, here we have to find the result circle here. What will this circle, what will be common for each of these circles? Well, here they're equally divided into each other, so 1/4 goes into a half equally, so it's pretty easy then to just say, well, this half goes into all this, and this 1/4 goes into all that, so the answer is 3/4. So that works out. Now the next example, maybe a little more complicated, is a half. That's the same one. And then 1/3. And I'll draw it over here. So then the question is, what will proportionally be the common proportion to divide up the circle that will accommodate these areas to get the answer? So what we can do is either divide each half by 3, or each, in this circle, each 1/3 by a half. So what I'm going to do is divide each 1/3 by a half, and I'm going to get 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I'm going to add the other circle and do the same thing. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So then I'm going to take this half, which is half of this circle, and then I'm going to add it to 1/3 of this circle, which is 2 out of 6 of these. And then I'm going to get the result and I know that's not going to be more than one circle, because I can just tell by adding these 3 and then these 2, it's going to only come up to 5. So I add the 3 here from this, and then the 2 more from here will be up to 5. So the answer is 5 out of 6. So the answer is 5, 6. Now the next example, getting a little even more complicated, is going to be 1/3 plus 3/4 equals. Okay, now What can I divide the circle then into to get these proportions then to fill in the circle so the equal proportions fill in without overlap or anything? So that's the question. So I either have to divide each of these thirds by 4 or each of these 4s by 3. So I think the easiest thing is to divide each of these by 3. And then this is starting to get to be a lot of work. So okay, so that's done. So we've got the circle divided in proportions of 12. So what we got to do then is take a third of the 12, which is 4 of these. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 3/4 of 12, 3, 6, 9. Right here. So then we go to the answer and we take 4 and then 9. So that would be 13. However, so if we go all the way to 12, we have to go with the next circle, which would be the first one here. Just one of the next circle. So the answer then is 1 full circle, 1, and then 1 of the last circle of 12, so 1/12. That's the answer. Now the last one is going to be just a little bit more complex, not much more than the last one, but it will be divided by 3, it will be 2/3 plus, now this one's going to be divided by 5. So this one's a little tricky here because you got to divide it by 5. 3, 4, 5. So then what common proportion of these circles of the circle will be able to accommodate each of these proportions? So either divide each of these fifths by 3 or each of these thirds by 5. So of course we get 15 total slices. And as with this one, I'm not going to sit here and do it by hand. I'm going to let my little magic trick do it. Okay, now that we've got the circle divided into 15, which will accommodate the third and the fifth of the other two circles, we can take 2/3, which will be 10 of the 15 here. So we take 10 of these, and then the 3/5 here, 1, 2, 3. One, 2, 3. Will be 9. So then, on the final answer then, I have 2 circles ready for the answer. So the first one will be 10, so it go all the way to 10. And then I need 9 more here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I need 4 more for this one. So here, 4. So then the answer would be 1 and 4/15. Okay, so that's visually how you would do it. So how do you do it numerically? Now we'll just do the normal numerical answers. So this one is more straightforward. So you have 1/2 plus 1/4. You need to find the common denominator. And in this case, it's actually 4 because there's no tricky proportions or anything. It's 2 goes into 4. So what you can do is divide, or actually multiply 2 on top and bottom. And then this is still 1/2. And this you leave alone. So then that equals, and then that equals 2 over 4 plus 1/4. And that equals 2 plus 1 over 4. And that equals 3 over 4. And that equals that. I tried to leave some room here, but let's see if I can do this. So this one is 1/2 plus 1/3. And then now these are, again, we're going to do the common denominator, which is the common proportion above in here. I'm going to multiply to make these equal. We're going to get 6 like we had here. So I'm going to multiply this by 3, top and bottom. Oh, not going too good here. And then I multiply top and bottom 2. So this is still 1/2 plus 1/3. And then I'm gonna get 3 over 6 plus 2 over 6 equals 3 plus 2 over 6. And that equals, I'll put it over here, 5 over 6. And that equals this. And the fourth one here, 1/3 plus 3/4, 3 over 4. Again, the common denominator is going to be 12, like we have here. So I'm going to multiply this by 4, top and bottom. This by 3, top and bottom. And it's still going to be 1/3 and 3/4. Then this is going to be equal 4/12 plus 9/12. And that's going to be 4 plus 9/12, which is 13/12, which, if you divide 12 into 13, you get 1 and 1/12, which is the same as we got here. Now, the last one, 2/3 plus 3/5. Common denominator 15, like we got here. I'm going to multiply this by 5, top and bottom. Oops. And this by 3, top and bottom. We still have 2/3, we still have 3/5. And I'm going to multiply that. That's going to be 10/15 plus 9/15. And that's going to equal 10 plus 9/15. And that's going to be 19/15. 15 goes in the 9/1 with 4 left over. 15ths, and that's the same as this. So you can see it's a little bit different way to look at it. Visually, using pie charts, pie proportions, might help some people to see a little differently instead of trying to do numbers. So anyhow, I hope that helps. I'll do other videos on fractions, just straight numbers, different ways to look at fractions. So see you in the next one. Anyhow, I hope that was interesting. An interesting way to look at fractions without using math, strictly math. If nothing else, I'll use that for a painting on the wall, abstract art. I'll take a picture of it and hang it, something like that. But anyhow, I hope to continue some more math videos, maybe some more complex things. Who knows? But anyhow, I'll see you in the next one. So I had an idea to show how to do fractions visually. So it's fractions without math. Without math. Without math. Out math. Without math. Out math. Okay.